So I did an Instagram reel the other day with me drinking a Monster energy drink, or just after I drank a Monster energy drink, and it was meant to be a bit of a funny post. And the point of it was that I drank an energy drink and then gone and done my work for all the benefits that caffeine has on your workouts. And then because it was an evening workout, I now can't sleep. Haha. Okay, maybe not the funniest, but you get the point. And on the couple of days since, I've had a few people DM me asking about the benefits of caffeine. They just don't know. And of course, the usual, I thought energy drinks were bad for you type of people. So I thought I'd just create today's post, which is just a few facts about caffeine, both the upsides and the negative. So let's run through a few of the positives real quick. It increases alertness, which is something that will come to a surprise to no one. That's generally the reason most people take caffeine, whether that be coffee, energy drinks, caffeine pills, what have you. Reduces reaction time, again relevant to both workouts and sporting performance, and a lot of these will translate into also sporting performance as well as workouts. It's been shown to potentially improve decision making, increases muscle fiber excitability, obviously that will help with workout, increases force strength, improves muscular endurance. Again, these are all things that could have massive implications on your workouts. Reduces RPE, so rate of perceived exertion, in other words how hard you feel you're working, again something hugely relevant to your workouts. And it's been shown to spare muscle glycogen. Muscle glycogen is just the stored carbohydrates in your muscle, and it's a very quick and efficient source of energy for you whilst you're doing intense exercise, but also if you're doing endurance exercise towards those later stages. So muscle glycogen is very important, and you can see why having a sparing effect on that would be beneficial. And it can also help to negate some of the negative impacts of other things such as sleep deprivation and training with low muscle glycogen, which is basically just not having enough stored carbohydrates in your muscle for the athletic endeavour that you're going to try and be doing. Caffeine's a natural occurring stimulant, which is usually a good thing, as we mentioned, for all the reasons of just helping your performance. But it could also stimulate your gut, which is probably not the best if it means you've got to stop whatever you're doing to run and make an emergency trip to the toilet. And of course, just becoming a little bit dependent is a real risk. So if you're chugging down 3 a day before you go to work, probably not the best. And of course, there are certain situations that you might want to steer clear of caffeine, i.e. if you're pregnant, it should be below 200 milligrams per day. To put that in perspective, a can of Monster is about 180. A cup of tea can be anywhere between 15 to 50. A can of Coca-Cola is around 50. Red Bull, 80. Pepsi, 40. 50 grams of milk chocolate, 40. And a cup of coffee, depending on the strength and depending on the size of the cup of coffee, anywhere between 50 to 120 milligrams. As high caffeine increases the risk of low baby weight and potentially miscarriage. And the NHS is also advising that pregnant people have no more than 4 cups of herbal tea a day. Or if you've got heart issues, again, caffeine being a stimulant, probably not the best idea. But the point of this is there was quite a long list of positives for caffeine, as well as a few negatives and a couple that are situationally dependent. And the point that I'm making here is that caffeine's a tool, really. It's not good and it's not bad. It's a tool for the right scenario, if you see what I mean. So if you're using it well, it's a very, very good tool. But again, if you're stupidly necking 5 and you've got half tissues and you're pregnant and you've got issues which mean you may end up running to the toilet, probably not the best idea.